Garbage men only come when I'm recording. Hello, romance Ashley Collins, aka the Altar Dragons. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Breakup Diaries. So right now I'm going through a job transition, aka I'm unemployed. Why don't I just say I'm unemployed? At auditions last night, um, they were going around the room saying what we do for a living, and I was like, "Don't come to me, don't go to me, don't go to me." So I was like on my phone, like pretending like I was busy, and then they went to me, and I was like, "Oh, I'm in between jobs." I was like, "No, I'm unemployed. I don't have a job right now." But so I just had a job interview which was on Zoom. Can I just say, this is going to sound really bad. Let me finish though. Can I just say that how thankful I am for the coronavirus? Because people are realizing we don't need face-to-face interviews. You know what I'm saying? Let's not waste any gas. Let's not waste any time. Let's just hop on Zoom and ask me the questions that you're going to ask me, you know? But so yeah, it's for this marketing company that are really, who is this? Oh, it's my aunt. It's for this marketing company that's really, really legit. Dare I say they have the potential to be larger than VaynerMedia. I know, right? And I usually don't get nervous during job interviews because there's certain things that I know how to answer, and I'm going to give you those tips in a little bit. But I found myself getting so nauseous, and I was like, fuck, what if they say no? What are you going to do next? Like, this is why you can't, this is why nothing good ever happens for you, because you don't have any real skills, because you wasted 6 years of your fucking life bartending because you just wanted fast money. But okay, so before the interview, I wanted to do some research because, you know, we live in a time where you can easily Google something and they'll give you an answer, right? The answer is no. I looked at some YouTube videos on tips for a marketing interview, and one of the videos I saw, this girl was just doing selfies the whole time. She's like, well, this is my office and this is this. And I was like, you didn't tell me anything. You didn't tell me any useful information. You know, like, sorry. Another video that I saw, this girl was like giving such vague answers. And I was like, you guys just wasted 15 minutes of my time for this interview. So, firstly, I want to shout out a couple of people. If you are looking for a specific job in interviewing, social media skills, or you need help with your interviews, I definitely want to shout out, oh my god, I forgot her last name. I believe I'm not going to say a bad last name, but her name's Belinda. She's rocking employment on Instagram. Kyle Maxwell, I've interviewed him before. Karen Yee, I've also interviewed her as well on my channel. So if you want specifics for marketing, social media, or to help with your interview skills, check them out. Okay, now I'm going to give you some tips what helps me during interviews. Okay, and I'm going to be very specific. These are answers that I give, so feel free to steal them, yo. We should all be fucking employed and make money, you dig? Okay, so I'm sure this goes without saying, but dress appropriately. Don't wear a bra. I didn't wear this. I wore this underneath my dress. You should wear a bra. Put on a bra for the interview, but wear something up. You know, does that make sense? That makes sense. Okay. Now, we all know the question that we all fucking dread. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Right? So what I find is, think of things in groups of threes. Okay? I always give my education. I'm a graduate from Florida State University. What did you do post your education? So let's say that you didn't go to college, right? Let's say that you're a graduate of such and such high school. What did you do immediately post high school? Number 3, what are you doing present tense? Okay? If some people will say do cute things or being like, I'm a dog mom. I find that that's not very valuable to the interview. The interviewer is just asking that in order to, it's 90-10, right? It's 90% professional, 10% personal, but you can get more personal later on in the interview. You don't want to just go balls deep. That was inappropriate. Maybe I won't get this job. Be enthusiastic during your interview. What's your motivation? You gotta eat. You know, okay? When they're not talking, smile, nod your head, but nod your head at the appropriate times. Make sure that you're actively listening. Do you know what active listening is? It's it's listening but not planning your response. Okay? Um Throw in some facts about the company that you're interviewing for via their website. And it's usually on their mission statement, their values, who they've worked with, etc., etc. Okay, so you want to make sure that you look at that. You don't have to look at that 24 hours in advance. You could look at that on the way to the interview and just memorize like one quick fact and be like, oh, like for example, I know that your company has great values in the local community and helping the homeless people. I'm very much into the homeless. Like make that sound pretty. Like don't say that you're into the homeless like in a weird sexual way. That's weird. What can you bring to the company? That's where it ties in with the company's mission statement, right? You want to tie that to so the interview that I just had, right? So they said that they're an environment where they're always teaching, right? And I said that well, I'm a student of life. I'm always looking to learn, and I like to think of myself. I never want to think of myself. Oh no, actually, let's skip to this next question then. I'll answer that in a second. Tell us about your experience. Maybe you're like me and you've lost track of how many jobs you've had. Then only pick 2 jobs. I know I said do things in, yeah. Yeah, oh, pick 3 jobs. Pick 3 jobs that are relevant to the job that you're applying for right now. And maybe you're thinking it's not relevant. It's not relevant that I worked at a dog shelter at 22 years old and I'm applying for this Fortune 500 company. Yes, it is. Because it shows that you handle things with care. You handled this animal with care, so now I can handle this company with care. That matters. You know what I'm saying? I find that a lot of companies nowadays, good companies, care about their staff because they're starting to notice that if I don't care about my staff, that's going to affect my customers, which is going to affect my numbers, which means I'm going to go out of business, right? So you want to show the company that sorry, 1 second, that's a lot going on right there. Jesus Christ. So you want so you want to show the company those specifics, okay? So yeah, key words that you can use: communication, being communicative, caring, being willing to learn, always willing to learn. Those key things help a lot during your interview. What else? What else? Why do you want to work for a company? This is one comedian. It's so funny. You probably saw him on TikTok, but they asked him that question, and he was like, "I don't." It was just true. Like none of us want to work, right? We would all love to be sugar babies and sugar, like have a sugar daddy. You know what I'm saying? But I need a job. Don't say that though, please. If you want that to be your internal monologue, so that way you can laugh and like chill out, that's fine. But why do you want to work for this company? That goes back to their website. That goes back to the company's core values. I want to be in an environment where I can contribute something useful while simultaneously working for a company that I know cares for the community and for the environment. It sounds super vague, but you don't really need to go into details, okay? They won't ask you to elaborate because truthfully they want you out of their face as well anyway. Oh, this is something that my interviewer said today. She said, people don't care how much you know. They want to know how much you care. Okay? Tell me a little bit about yourself. Something else that you could say is, I'm the kind of person that wants to get better, 1% better every day, and I can bring that to the company. Ooh, that sounded pretty, didn't it? Why did you leave your job? Don't trash your boss. I know it's very tempting. It's very tempting to trash your boss, and you want to be transparent. You want to be known as a person with integrity and honest, but it just looks bad. Okay? It looks bad. So, for me, I usually say, distance, job was too far. I'm looking for something closer to my home and closer to my family. Or you could say something along the lines of, I'm looking for something that has more experience and that's more challenging. I'm looking to be challenged. Okay? And like I said, don't trash your boss for breaking your leg. What else? What can you do for us? Like I was saying earlier, companies want a more warm environment now, right? So I would include a little bit about your personality as well as a little bit about your professional experience. For me, I usually say I bring a lot of enthusiasm. I'm a great team player. I have very strong leadership skills, and that's what I want to provide to this company, because that's what those are my skills and those are my talents. Boom. Period. You don't need to. Not every answer needs to be an essay. You dig? Upper lips are already sweating. Okay, so the last question that we all dread is, what are your weaknesses? Because you want to say none, or you want to say I work too hard. They're already expecting those two. I'm going to tell you one that's really helpful that works. I'm going to tell you the one I used today. Okay, so one that really works is, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm impatient. What do I mean by that? I want to get the job done as diligently and as quickly as possible, which I don't think, and when you state your weakness, you want to state a strength along with it. Okay? I don't think that that's a bad thing, because that means that I'm going to get the job done and I will meet my deadlines. But I do think that I need to be a bit more gentle with myself and more communicative if I need help. The answer that I gave today is, what did I say? Oh, I said that that I'm a student of life, and I have no problem with not being the smartest person in the room, because, and I don't think that that's a bad thing, because that means that I'm humble enough to know that there's someone in the room who knows something more than me, and I want to absorb as much knowledge from them as possible, and I want to absorb as much knowledge from them as possible. So think of me like clay. But I need to work on that answer, because the girl who interviewed me, she said, well, that's also kind of like, one negative side to that is like, you second guess yourself and you doubt yourself, and we don't want you to doubt yourself. We want you to be confident with your choices, and so I need to fix that answer. I hope that these specific answers are helpful for you, because like I said, I want us all to have a job. I want us all to be employed. I don't want any of us to rely on the government, because obviously they're not very helpful. I really got to stop talking about the government. But what bothers me about interviews is, you can get all the tricks, tips, and tactics, right, in order for you to land the job, but it's your responsibility to keep that job. Because if they find out that all you did was pomps and circumstances, it was all just fireworks, and you actually don't know what you're doing, then that's going to be a downfall for you. And not only did you waste your time, but you wasted the company's time. So how do you be truthful during job interviews? There's always a way to paint your words. There are. But like I said, don't just blatantly lie during the whole interview, because like I said, you're going to be exposed, you're going to be found out, and then you're going to be let go. And that sucks. I hope I get the job. I really do. I tried to answer as well as I could. But she said, we have people who have more experience than you in this field, which like I said, like, I wasted 6 years of my life in these fucking restaurants. Don't waste your time. Please, please, please don't waste your time with these jobs that you hate. With these managers that treat you like trash. With these coworkers who sexually harass you. Don't waste your time. Because there's a position out there for you. There's a position out there where you're going to be enthusiastic to wake up and go to work. Where you're going to be like, I don't want to clock out yet. Where you're going to be like, I cannot wait for the company party, because I love my coworkers so much. Okay? Hope these specific tips were helpful, and if they weren't, feel free to like comment and I'll like answer something for you, etc., etc. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day that ends with a Y. Bye.